The Independent Electoral Commission has started a school democracy program to encourage young people to vote. The program is aimed at youth in schools across the country in a bid to amplify voter education among first-time voters. And for more on this, we speak to IEC's Deputy Manager for Civic and Democracy Education, Mr. Mfundo Shabane. Welcome and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Ms. Shaba, and welcome.
So you kicked off the voter education program in Cape Town. What was the reception like?
The program is very well received by the schools as we work in partnership with Department of Basic Education nationally and provincially. So the program is very well known as it has been running for over 10 years.
Tell me more about the program, its content. What does it entail?
The program at this time is aimed at celebrating the 30 years of democracy and also encouraging the youth to vote on 29 May. We are engaging the youth because normally the participation of youth was very low previously, but we have been able to work with Department of Education to encourage the youth to get registered. Now, because the voters' roll is closed, we are encouraging the youth to be able to vote on 29 May.
When we speak of the low participation of youth, how low is low?
The youth registration was really below 30%. We have surpassed that because we are looking at close to 50% in terms of the registrations. But the good thing with the youth is that once they are registered, they normally come in numbers to vote. So we are continuing with the program to encourage them to vote, and we also want to give them the message so that they can even give the message to their parents to encourage them to also vote.
And in your engagement with these young people, what is the general sense on the ground with regards to at least the perceived voter apathy when it comes to the youth?
I think the youth does have interest in electoral democracy and democracy in general. But I think as we engage with the youth, sometimes some of them don't see the need for them to participate. So we are encouraging them to make participation in electoral democracy fashionable, to also encourage them to participate in whatever structures that are there in the schools and in their communities. The youth, we also encourage them that they must become the full participants in electoral democracy, making sure that they are represented in different structures, including in provincial legislatures and as well as the National Assembly. It's very important that the youth should not be seen as people who should only vote, because they are also eligible to stand for office. So the encouragement is to make sure that the youth fully participate in the whole process.
And it's often said that schools are a microcosm of society. So how are we dealing with this apathy, particularly from its roots within the homes where these young people come from?
Indeed, the schools accommodate the large number of the population that if you are able to influence the youth, they are able to be influential in society, and they can they can have a better future if they are aware of their rights that they have, that is enshrined in the Constitution. So it should not be a matter of, by the way, to participate. They must understand that this is their right, and they must also take part in every structures of the community.
In terms of the rollout of this particular program, what's the plan?
The program is rolled out in all provinces. As we speak, a number of provinces will be having the different launches. We will be having a national launch in Gauteng, in Alexandra, on Wednesday. This is also be part of the national program that we are working with the Department of Basic Education. So the program is aimed at all provinces and all schools, even where the Electoral Commission will not be able to reach on face-to-face with the learners. But because we have a partnership with the Department of Basic Education, they will be dedicating the week of the 22nd to the 26th of April as the focus week for the Schools Democracy Program.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
That was IEC's Deputy Manager for Civic and Democracy Education, Mfundo Shabane.